Hi, welcome to this quick video demo on how to do the gallery assignment. So you have wall.jpg available for you on Canvas. On the assignment page, you can just download this JPEG and you'll have 3 different walls. So if you're still fairly new to Photoshop, we're going to talk about some methods to take other images you've downloaded and place them within a document. So I have some images already, and this is my background image that I've opened up. This is your wall, and down here is the floor. So I have some images downloaded here of different artists that I found interested. I'm thinking sort of about artists that sort of work within storylines within fictional characters. So I may take this Shauna Moulton, and I can click and drag it onto Adobe Photoshop if I'm using a Mac, and you can see that green sign, and I can place it wherever. I can even scale it down if I hold down Shift and Alt Shift if you're using Adobe Creative Cloud 18 or earlier. If you're using 2019, you no longer have to hold down Shift. If you hold down Alt or Option, it will resize from the center out. Typically, you do not want to take an image that makes it larger because those stretches those pixels. And once I've confirmed, I can just hit that checkpoint, and you always have to check that checkpoint. If you don't, it will not work. Another thing you can do to put images in is go to File, Place, Embedded, or Linked, and you can find where your images are located. So I might put this Cindy Sherman, and it will place it, and I can scale it up or down. Usually cannot make this number past 100. But you could place it wherever you want it, and you have to hit this check mark to confirm. I'm just going to open up some other images, and I will put Karime Weems here. Click and drag. This one's quite bigger, and I can just make it a bit smaller. Hit that checkpoint, and I've got all sorts of images. And you may have to click on the different parts of your layers to sort of rearrange. Now you see I got a bunch of stuff of different sizes, and I may choose to resize because I've got one little one. Maybe I take that one out, put another one in, and resize it. I want to keep that, and maybe even take some of the other ones. If I want to resize this, I can do a Command or a Control T. That brings your little boxes down and just make it a bit smaller. And Control T is your free transform. Again, I can just kind of shift things around. And this is actually probably a bit crowded. I might take this one out. But I have some of my work mixed in, and I might just shift a few things around because I want to think about how the gallery is going to work together. And you can always rename your layers as well, and that might be fairly helpful. I may actually put this one there, Cindy Sherman in the center, and again, this is just for quick sake, just to show them all. But I might resize them just so they all kind of fit a little nicer. Now, as you can see, my spacing is really off. So we're going to look at some few tricks. So I might select the top of my layer into the bottom, and as they're all selected, they're highlighted. If you look in your control panel, you have some transform tools. If I click this, this is your alignment. So I can align vertical centers, so everything will be vertically aligned. I can distribute horizontal centers, so everything's kind of spaced out pretty nicely. And I might choose select line to canvas to think about the distribute of spacing and how everything's going to look a little bit nicer to each other. Don't want that one. I can do a Control Z, and yeah, and that might be some ways to play around with spacing. And I will actually post a link as well to distribute your works. So I hope this kind of explained a little bit on how to do this. I'll find some other free transform links and post them on a page on Canvas. Good luck, and I can't wait to see some of your gallery creations.